Joe, it's a complete unknown, and it feels like almost an unprecedented situation, too. I mean, it's just so jarring to see the players' faces and how they feel. And all I could think about is you want them to be together in the locker room as a family, to be together, to talk about this and what they want as a group. And we really don't know if Bills players say, we can't move forward until we know how our teammate is. I'm not sure what the league can do.
Yeah, I mean, their teammate was just given CPR in front of them on the field. That'd be the only thing I'd be concerned about is he okay? What's going on? I don't want to hear about the game. I don't want to hear about a game plan. I don't want to hear about what the NFL is talking about. I want to hear about how my teammate is doing. Yeah. Is he okay? I need to hear that before I can talk about anything else tonight.
That's why they go to the locker room, and that's why they suspend this right now, because we haven't seen a situation like this before, where all that matters is how Damar Hamlin is doing right now. Until we know how he's doing, nothing else matters right now. So everybody can go to the locker room, and we could all await an update and hope and pray that this young man is okay. Because how can anything else but that matter right now? We've never seen that in an NFL game. We've never seen an ambulance come on the field, a player administered CPR, the game temporarily suspended. It's very hard for everybody. And so you heard John Parry talking about the fact that as he was saying that, as long as he's done this, I've covered the sport since 19. I don't ever recall an incident in game like this, ever. It's never happened, I don't believe. There have been times in training camp where someone's hurt, an ambulance comes on the field, and it never, ever gets less chilling or less jarring, ever. And when it's on a platform like this, a stage like this, and you see that happen, it's awful. It's awful.
Everyone's so shaken. I can't really remember seeing players openly cry as what we've seen tonight.
It's Suzy, like we break bones, we have surgeries, we get concussions, and like as football players, we're conditioned to deal with those things. Like that's a part of our game. When you bring CPR out, you're trying to help someone breathe. We're talking life or death now. That's totally different than anything that I've ever been used to dealing with on the field. I've never seen it on the field. Like that's real. Like this is what we do is just a game. When you involve life and death, it's totally different. And those players feel that. Everybody in that stadium feels that. Both teams feel that. That's something. Again, the rule is when we go compete, we're going to compete, and then we're going to go home to our families. When we involve life and death, and that's tough.
We're all waiting and praying and thinking about Damar Hamlin, given oxygen, taken by ambulance, and nothing else really matters now until hopefully we get some news that's uplifting, and we continue to follow. We're here with you from New York and Cincinnati. The emotion tonight that we're all experiencing is really hard to describe as we pray for Bill's safety, Damar Hamlin. We cannot and we will not speculate. All we do know is that he needed CPR. He was given CPR on the field, and that in itself is terrifying.
It's something like we've never seen before. I've never seen it. I've never been a part of it. Never heard about it. Again, you hate to keep repeating the same thing, but all you can do is pray for this young man right now. Anytime you bring CPR into effect, hopefully they've gotten word. I'm sure he has family out there. I don't know if they're at the game or not. Hopefully the Bills and the doctors are communicating with the family. I can only imagine what my family would want to know. They would want like updates of what's going on, and like just to make sure that that in real time they're being updated. That's somebody's son, that's somebody's brother,
Yeah.
somebody's father. Like they want to know what's going on with them.
It's chilling to watch it. And in the day and age that we live in, you can just see on social media every single team, every single player, every single person offering up their prayers for Damar Hamlin right now. Players are sent to their locker room, and the game doesn't matter. The game is so secondary to everything else. No one cares about the game right now. Everybody cares about this young man, his family, and finding out how he's doing, which is all that is on anybody's mind right now. And it's just one of those moments that is chilling. There's no other way to say it. It's chilling, it's heartbreaking, and everybody in the football world, the sports world, and I think the world at large, everybody's thinking about this young man and pulling for him right now.
The head coaches met and they talked, and they each took their respective teams into the locker room so they can be together as family, try to gather themselves, and I would imagine figure out what they want to do moving forward. I mean, it feels like an unprecedented situation,
But as Booger said,
decision that's made.
I don't think anybody can say what they want to do until we know how Damar Hamlin's doing. How can anybody make any rational decision until we have an update on his condition and how he's doing?
And the longer we don't know that, the longer his health and his well-being, and let's face it, his life is in question, the further away from football we're getting. And if we're going to get further away from football, then listen, we have people in charge in our league, in the National Football League, Players Union. They're talking, I'm sure, right now of how to make these decisions, what decisions need to be made. Let's hope they make the right decisions.
And let's candidly say, you know, this is what we do as a living, to sit here and have to discuss this and talk about it is really, it's really tough. All we want, just like everyone in this world, is to know that Damar Hamlin is going to be okay. Mm-hmm. That's it. We'll be back